What if hell was never the final prison? What if, beneath all creation lies a deeper abyss, a realm so dark, even the fallen angels beg to never see it again? The ancients called it Tartarus, not a myth, not a metaphor, but a real dimension of punishment, reserved for celestial beings who dared to defy the Most High. Tonight, we open the Book of Enoch and uncover what God himself sealed away from the eyes of men, the hidden truth of Tartarus. For centuries, theologians and scholars debated what lies beyond hell. Some say the abyss was only a myth, a story borrowed from ancient Greece, but the Book of Enoch, an ancient text once read by prophets, describes something far more terrifying. A place deeper than death, darker than the pit, and older than time itself. It is where the Watchers, those angels who fell for the beauty of human daughters, were chained and condemned. They once walked among men. They shared secrets of heaven. But when they defied God, they were cast into the depths of Tartarus, a prison of divine judgment and eternal waiting. This is not the lake of fire. It is the waiting chamber of the condemned, and tonight we will descend there. Before Tartarus was formed, there was rebellion in heaven. 200 angels, called the Watchers, looked upon the daughters of men and desired them. They descended upon Mount Hermon and swore an oath to defy God's order. They taught mankind forbidden knowledge, sorcery, metalcraft, enchantments, and secrets of heaven. But the children born from this sin, the Nephilim, became giants of destruction. They devoured the earth, bringing chaos and bloodshed. And so the judgment of God descended. Enoch was sent as a messenger. His words carried divine wrath. "You shall have no peace," he declared. "You shall be bound in the darkness beneath the earth until the day of judgment." And thus, Tartarus was born. After the rebellion of the Watchers, the heavens trembled. The cries of the fallen echoed across creation, and the earth groaned beneath the weight of their sin. It was then that God, in his infinite wisdom, spoke a word that reshaped eternity. A new realm was formed, not of light nor of the mortal world, but of eternal shadow. The Book of Enoch describes this place vividly. "I saw a deep abyss with columns of heavenly fire descending therein, and though it was illuminated, there was no light." This paradox, a place filled with fire yet devoid of light, reveals its nature, a divine prison. Tartarus was not created as a dwelling, but as a warning. It was designed to contain that which defied divine order, the angels who corrupted creation. Enoch saw this place during his heavenly journey. He described it as lying beneath the mountains of the world, beyond the rivers of flame, far from the lands of the living. The air there is not like ours. It burns, it suffocates, it silences even the echoes of prayer. In this vast chasm, the fallen are bound by chains of flame and darkness, unable to move, unable to die. Their punishment is not simply pain, it is remembrance. They remember the glory they once had, and the light they can never return to. That memory is the true fire of Tartarus. When Enoch returned from the heavens, the Watchers, once radiant beings of light, fell before him. Their voices were trembling, their wings, now dimmed, shook in fear. "Ask the Most High to forgive us," they begged. "We were deceived by beauty. We were moved by love. Grant us mercy." Enoch took their petition and ascended once more to the throne of God. But when he delivered their plea, the voice of the Almighty thundered, "You shall have no peace." The heavens wept as the decree was spoken. The Watchers would not be destroyed, but they would be imprisoned until the day of judgment. And so, beneath the mountains, their sentence began. Darkness covered them like a shroud. Chains forged by the command of God wrapped around their forms, not of metal, but of spirit, binding their very essence. They could see, but not move. They could remember, but not speak. They were conscious within their punishment, aware of every moment of separation from the light. This is the true horror of Tartarus, not torment by fire, but torment by memory and silence. The dimensions of Tartarus defy understanding. It is not simply a place below, it is outside. Enoch writes of passing through 7 heavens, yet the abyss of Tartarus lies even deeper beneath the roots of creation. Imagine a void where time stands still, where even light fears to enter, where the laws of heaven and earth collapse and all that remains is divine absence. The fallen dwell there in separation, suspended between what was and what will be. Some scholars describe Tartarus as the second heaven inverted, a dark mirror of divine order. Where angels once sang, now there is only the echo of their own disobedience. It is said that from time to time, flashes of light pierce the void, not as mercy, but as reminders of the glory they lost. And when those flashes fade, the silence returns, heavier than before. This is why Enoch trembled when he saw it. He said, "No being could stand there and live, for the fear of the Almighty fills even the shadows." But what crime could cause such a punishment? The Watcher's sin was not merely desire, it was corruption of creation itself. They revealed forbidden knowledge to mankind. Azazel taught the art of weaponry and warfare. Semjaza revealed enchantments and the binding of spirits. Others taught the manipulation of stars, the crafting of ornaments, the making of mirrors, tools that fed vanity and violence. With every secret shared, mankind moved further from innocence. The children born from their unions, the Nephilim, were monstrous beings, towering over humans, consuming everything in their path. The world became filled with blood. Humanity, once made in the image of God, now bore the marks of celestial rebellion. This is why Tartarus exists, not as revenge, but as containment, a divine quarantine, keeping corruption from spreading beyond redemption. Scripture confirms the truth hidden in Enoch. 2 Peter 2:4 declares, "For if God did not spare the angels who sinned, but cast them down to Tartarus and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved for judgment." And in Jude 1:6, "And the angels who did not keep their proper domain, he has reserved in everlasting chains under darkness for the judgment of the great day." These verses are not metaphor, they are testimony. The apostles themselves echoed Enoch's words, words so powerful that early church fathers once considered them sacred. The phrase chains of darkness describes more than physical restraint. It is the bondage of separation, an eternal distance from the light of God. Even now those chains remain unbroken, for their release will only come when all creation stands before the throne for final judgment. Many wonder, why such severity? Because the Watchers sinned with full understanding. They had seen the face of God, known His glory, and still chose to rebel. Humanity sins in ignorance. The Watchers sinned in enlightenment, and thus their punishment became a cosmic lesson, a reflection of divine balance. Tartarus is not cruelty, it is justice in its purest form, unbending, impartial, eternal. It reminds the universe that no being, however radiant, can stand above divine law. The fall of the Watchers stands as a mirror for every soul that chooses pride over obedience. For as Enoch wrote, "Those who were great on high shall be made small in darkness." What if Tartarus is not only a place, but also a symbol? The descent of the Watchers mirrors our own descent when we stray from truth. Every time we choose deception over honesty, pride over humility, desire over spirit, we walk toward our own abyss. The darkness beneath the earth is but a reflection of the darkness within the soul. When man forgets heaven, he builds his own Tartarus, one of guilt, emptiness, and silence. The Watcher's story then is not just a warning to angels, but to all creation. For the same light they lost still shines upon us, offering redemption to those who seek it. Tartarus teaches us that separation from God is the deepest punishment of all. The Book of Enoch foretells a time when the prison gates will tremble, not to release the fallen, but to bring them forth for judgment. And the abyss shall open, Enoch writes, and all the stars of heaven shall fall. In that day, the chains of darkness will burn away, not as freedom, but as the beginning of their final destruction. Fire shall descend from the throne, consuming what once defied it. The Watchers, the Nephilim, and all corruption will face the lake of fire, the second death, where existence itself dissolves, no longer imprisoned, no longer punished, but erased. This is the destiny that even angels fear. The tale of Tartarus is not a myth to entertain the curious. It is a message to awaken the sleeping. If even the angels, beings of perfect light, could fall through pride and desire, what then of man? Every act of arrogance, every rejection of truth, is a step toward the abyss. The gates of Tartarus do not open downward, they open inward. And yet, the same God who judged the Watchers still offers mercy to mankind. The choice remains, to walk in the light or to fall into shadow. For as Enoch wrote, the souls of the mighty shall fall, and only the humble shall endure. Remember this, the darkness was not made for you, but those who love the darkness more than the light shall dwell in it forever. If this revelation opened your eyes to the mysteries hidden within Scripture, share this video and let others awaken to the truth buried for centuries. Comment below. Do you believe Tartarus still exists beneath creation today? Your thoughts might become the key to our next revelation. The Book of Enoch reminds us the judgment of the angels is not yet complete, for time still moves toward its end. The abyss waits. The Watchers sleep, and every soul still chooses light or darkness. For beyond all worlds, the silence of Tartarus still whispers one eternal truth. No being, not even the mighty, escapes the justice of God.